Hello there, Shalom. This is the last time we have been talking about the meaning of the word, world, translated from the Greek word cosmos. Actually, in simple terms, it is defined as a society which is under the power and deception of Satan. The whole humanity came under the power and dominion of Satan, the devil, after Adam's rebellion, after he disobeyed the covenant. And people were the descendants of Adam. The people, the humanity which increased and filled the earth, they are under the power of the devil. Whether they are Christians or any other religion, that doesn't matter. Satan became the God of this world. A people who are without God, without the Messiah. I want to read that verse in the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 17 and 18. So this I say and confirm together with the Lord, that you walk no longer just as the Gentiles also walk, in the confusion of futility of their mind, being darkened in their understanding, excluded from the life of Elohim because of the ignorance that is in them, because of the hardness of their heart. So their life continues without God, without the Messiah. The people who have not received the life of God through Yeshua. Yeshua says, I'm the way, the truth, and life. Man lost life. So, the whole world is under the power, the dominion of Satan. The first letter of John, chapter 5, verse 19. We know that we are of Elohim and that the whole world lies in the power of the evil one. The whole world, his power is lies and deception. Christians who call themselves their wisdom and they are better off than all the other religious people. Those who have no knowledge of Satan ruling the whole world eventually, knowingly, unknowingly, become his victims. And there are many Christians who live as if Satan is not existing. There is no war, there is no fight. They live as if Satan is not there. What about you? Paul said, our fight is not with flesh and blood. Our warfare, Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12, for our struggle is not against flesh and blood, meaning human beings, but against the rulers, against the powers, against the world forces of the darkness, against the spiritual forces of wickedness in the heavenly places. A believer actually is one who has been picked out by God the Father from the darkness of this world, brought out into the light of his dear Son, of his kingdom, as a change of place. Have you experienced that? Have you changed? Let's go over to some scriptures before we go. John chapter 17. The book of Acts, chapter 26, verse 18. We'll read it. This Yeshua, Jesus Christ, is talking to Paul after his conversion. Book of Acts, chapter 26, verse 16. But get up and stand on your feet, for this purpose I have appeared to you, to appoint you a minister and a witness, not only for the things which you have seen, but also for the things which I will appear to you, rescuing from the Jewish people and from the Gentiles whom I am sending you, to open their eyes so that they may turn from darkness to light, and from the dominion of Satan to God, that they may receive forgiveness of sin and the inheritance among those who have been sanctified by faith in me. Here we see there's a change of place from darkness to light. The whole world is in darkness. The prophet Isaiah said, Isaiah chapter 60, verse 2. The darkness is the spiritual darkness. People who are without God and without the Messiah. And there are plenty of, a vast majority of the people who are called Christians, they are in that state. For they are used to formally attend a church called gathering, and have no depth of knowledge So, darkness to light, from death to life, from the power of Satan to the power of God. That's exactly happens when a person is brought out from the world unto the kingdom of his dear Son. So let's go over to the book of John chapter 17. I remember saying that 13 times, 1-3, John the Apostle has mentioned the word world, cosmos. See how many times Yeshua has used that chapter 17 alone. Let's start from the beginning. Yeshua spoke these things and lifting up his eyes to heaven and said, Father, the hour has come. Glorify your Son, that your Son may glorify you. Even as you gave him authority over all flesh, that to all whom you have given him, he may give eternal life. This is eternal life, that they may know you, the only true God, and Yeshua, the Messiah, Jesus Christ, whom you have sent. I glorified you on earth, having accomplished the work which you have given me to do. Now, Father, glorify me together with the world, together with the glory which I had with you before the world was. Say, a clear-cut proof of the existence of Yeshua the Messiah, Jesus Christ, the Son of God. Preeminence, you're always with the Father, and the Word of the Father. Verse 6, I have manifested your name to the men whom you gave me out of the world. Here comes the men whom you gave me out of the world. So those people are not being given to Yeshua, picked up by God the Father out of the world. They don't belong to the kingdom. They don't belong to Yeshua. It's the Father who draws people out of the world and given into the hands of his Son Yeshua. Only those belong to Yeshua, the Son of the living Elohim. Watch the next thing he says. They were yours, and you gave them to me. some people who have been already picked up by God the Father, and He gives them into the hands of His Son. They were yours, and you gave them to me. Dear believer, you have received light. It's because of the Father. You are in darkness. You were picked up by Him, and you became the Father's property, and He gives you over to His Son. They were yours, and you gave them to me. Yeshua says in the last prayer, Gethsemane, the last words to the Father before His death. And He says, they were yours, verse 6, and you gave them to me, and they have kept your word. What a solemn truth. Most of the time, vast majority of the Christian churches in the West and in Europe, and the disease was spreading on to Asia. Keeping the word is keeping the commandments. But these days, there are many who preach we are not under the law, we are not called to keep commandments, all deceptive, demonic teachings. You gave them to me, and they have kept your word. They were yours, but you gave them to me. They have kept your word. They were in the world, and God the Father picked them up according to His full knowledge, and brought them out of the dominion of Satan, cosmos, the world, and given them over to the hands of Yeshua, into the hands of Yeshua, Jesus Christ. And very interesting, He doesn't stop there. And He says, they have kept your word. They have obeyed your word. Obey the truth, the commandments, the statutes, the ordinances, everything. Where are these things today in the church called the Christian church? What happened to the life of obedience? by the people, so-called Christians, or in the Jewish community. You find there also what happened. The life of obedience, loving Jehovah with all your heart, with all your mind, all your soul, all your strength, and obeying His commandments. Those things are not preached today. You can't find them. So these people have been given by God the Father to Yeshua, His Son, out of the world. Out of the world. It's a change of place. A people who had received the life of Yeshua, the life of God. They are not of the world. They have been called out of the world. But look at the churches now. A vast majority of the people are mixed up with the world. The people called Christians, titled by the pagan Greeks, have no life of separation. They're just living mixed up. So here, Yeshua uses the word world. You gave me out of the world. A society which is under the power of Satan. And there are plenty in the so-called churches today all over the world. Plenty, not even knowing that they are a part of the world, except for their attendance every week, that even on a Sunday. You check up for yourself, are you in the world? Or have you been delivered out of the world? If you have been delivered out of the world, you're walking in the light. You're going to have fight. You're going to have warfare. Satan is going to oppose you with full force to draw you back to the old place. Be vigilant and sober. Resist him. With all your strength. God bless you.